Let's bring in our Friday night regular. Always great to catch up with former Queensland Premier Campbell Newman. Campbell, great to see you as always. Let's start with the federal budget. What did you make of it?
Well, look, I'm rather dismayed because I think it's a budget that does a number of rather insidious things. Firstly, it's full of the crony, what I'd call crony capitalism, in that it does try and pick winners. It hands out loans and tax deals, and to the top end of town to pursue things that Labor think are important, which are ideologically based. So, for example, a deal in terms of tax for the pursuit of green hydrogen. The other part of it is that it is also in further entrenching, if you like, a welfare mentality, a handout mentality in Australians. And that's, of course, by handing out $300 to everybody, non-means tested, on power bills. So, we're not going to create vibrant, strong businesses. In fact, we're creating this sort of corporate welfare mentality, and it's ideologically based. And then we're also debasing the community by making them even more dependent on government. Really, if the way forward should be budget measures that encourage personal responsibility, resilience, true resilience, that actually allow for business to prosper on the basis of real customers and real markets and real products and services that people want to buy. So that's philosophically way away from where the Labor government have delivered this budget.
Yeah, I heard a highly credentialed academic today, and a professor, she was saying that Australia simply, because of the size of Australia, green hydrogen just simply could not work to power vehicles in this country. So I don't know who they're talking to about that. We talk about Jim's $300 for your energy bill. I went through my bill the other day. That's going to last me about 2 months, and then that's gone. It's okay, I can afford it. But everyone's going to get this $300. Everybody, but in Queensland, Stephen Miles is giving the $1,000 out. I know.
Well, we're getting $1,000 as well, mate. Well, Steve, it is embarrassing, mate, because I can tell you now, I don't think we'll be paying an electricity bill for some time. And, the Newmans can afford to pay an electricity bill, and many other people in the community can too. Whereas there are people in the community who are genuinely badly off, and they do need support in a variety of ways. But this is not the way to do it. The reason we have high power bills is because we continue to allow people who haven't got engineering degrees to meddle in our electricity supply system, people who are arts law graduates who philosophically think that they're going to save the world by creating something which I think can't be achieved, which is a totally renewable electricity supply industry. It ain't going to work in terms of delivering efficient, reliable power at low cost. I mean, you never hear, by the way, the energy sector, they never talk about driving prices down. They never talk about customer service. I mean, again, it's another symptom of where Australia's going, that it's all about the feel good, the green stuff, hang the expense and the cost of living impact. Oh, suddenly, election coming on, state Labor, federal Labor, let's dish out some sugar hits to actually paper over the cracks.
Yeah, you just wonder if there wasn't an election over the horizon for Queensland and the nation, whether that money would have been doled out at all. Let's talk about the Gabba. You and I love talking about venues, particularly with the Brisbane Olympics coming up. Latest plan has a cost of $1.1 billion, and it's going to build or rebuild the Gabba. But the capacity of the ground itself is going to be reduced by 4,000 seats. How does that make any sense?
This is getting really confusing, mate. That's the first thing I should say. The other thing I should say is that the Courier Mail editorial today ripped the government a new one on this issue. They've then come out to try and say, no, there will not be a single seat lost, which I think is almost something that can't be delivered. The reason that's being put forward behind the scenes is that to actually get the Gabba to a situation where it is disability access compliant to today's standards, and probably workplace health and safety issues as well, that they do need to make changes, which will see a reduction in seats. But it comes at a horrific price. I think really this is all just turning into an absolute debacle. I've probably said that before with you on this show, and really, I think we do actually, and I'm changing my tune. I actually do think we need a new stadium, and it needs to be a stadium that will make the state of Queensland proud and Brisbane residents proud, and that can serve the community appropriately for generations to come. I don't think fiddling around with a Gabba is going to work.
Finally, you've agreed with me, which has only taken us about 6 weeks, but that's okay. I'm happy to take the credit.
We don't agree on the location, though, mate. Hands off Victoria Park, Steve.
I'll leave the location up to you, mate. That's not in my wheelhouse.